Hi, book friends. I figured I'd give an update on what I'm reading. It is May 29th, so it's Thursday. We are officially in the first week of summer break with school, and it is 62 degrees outside and raining. So here we are. I don't mind one bit. Growing up in Washington State, I love the rain and dreary weather. You can bring it all day long for me, and I'm happy with that. The kids, I can tell you, have been a little upset that the public pools have been delayed opening for at least another week or so. So I know they're upset. I feel like life has been a little chaotic since maybe spring break, probably before that, but I'm going to blame it on spring break. And here we are transitioning into summer. And last video that I did, I was doing a play-by-play of Twisted Lies by Anna Wong. And my intention was reading A Twisted Hate. I accidentally read them out of order. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not mad at that. And initially I was, but my OCD was really having a field day with it. And I'm pretty for sure I'm glad that I did it that way. It was unintentional, but I think this one is really a great way to end the series with the explosiveness of, hate is already in the name. So if you don't already follow this series, this one delves into Josh and Jules' relationship, and those two hate each other. It's like oil and water. And so if you really like a good hate fuck kind of book, this is going to be a good book to read, because this is definitely what that is. And just the banter back and forth, and just kind of the animosity between the two of them. It's really starting to play out. I'm not even halfway through quite yet. I'm getting there, and it's really starting to amp up. Really good. I didn't realize that I had, between finishing Twisted Lies, that I had read 4 other books. So there's that. And so I haven't done any book reviews on those yet. A couple of them are novellas, to be honest with you. So, I mean, really. And then currently reading Twisted Hate. And then there's another mystery book that I'm reading. I'm not very far into that, because honestly, I've been trying to read it at night, and I've been so exhausted that I've just been falling asleep before I've gotten very far into it. So there's that. I do have a delayed start today for work, so that's why I'm trying to kind of push this video out. And then I'm hoping to read a little bit with that one. I am listening to the audiobook of Twisted Hate and reading it simultaneously, so I'm all caught up on the audio, so I need to keep reading on that too. But yeah, that's exactly where we're at with the books that I'm reading. And I think I had a friend who was asking me, we were talking about how many books they read, and I think I read a total of 10 in February, and then March kind of slowed down with 7, and then April was 5. And so I'm really kind of curious to see what May is at now. I haven't really looked, because I just read those 4 plus whatever else I had read previously. And then I'm on the 2 that I'm reading now. And of course, those are going to transition into, unfortunately, June, because I've started them in May, but I'm not going to complete them in June. But I'm just curious to see what my wrap-up will look like. But yeah, I'm still reading every day. I'm still running every day. I think I'm at 74 or so nowadays. I'd have to look. And then with the Measly Mile Club, I am 60 some odd days. I think maybe 65 today or so. So, minimum each day for running to keep your 365 streak, it's at least a mile every day. And so the last week or so, I've really amped it up. I did 5 miles one day, 2 miles one day, 5 miles the next, and then I did kind of like an easy day and did a mile the next day. Last night I did 2 miles, and so just trying to really build endurance. It was initially trying to push out a better time, because if you're going to be honest with yourself, you're in competition with yourself and getting a better time, but it's not necessarily the time. It's more now about endurance and distance. So we'll see how that goes. I've had to run on the treadmill the last couple days, and I think I'm to the point where I bought these little treadmills on Amazon that kind of look more like walking pads, but they were advertised as treadmills. So I feel like I'm going to need to get a better treadmill because I think I'm on the point of breaking these things. I'm just running so much on them. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to go to the track today. My dog had to have surgery yesterday. He had a tumor on his toe, his pinky toe, that was actually bigger than his toe. And so they had to amputate it yesterday. And he's been pretty miserable since coming home last night and this morning. And he's pissed off because he's got to wear the cone of shame, and he's in pain. So he's not doing very happy, and he can't go for runs, which he really wants to do. My husband's almost at 365 days of his running journey, so that's pretty awesome. And he's been working on running barefoot, so that's been fun for him. So yeah, that's just a brief little update of what I've got going on, and now I'm gonna hopefully get to read a few chapters before I get to go into work for the day, and hope you guys have an amazing Thursday.